Now, wow. After France lost another colony, that is Chad, one of their former colonies, one of the Francophone country, it's like Nigeria is where they will get support. Tinubu is over there dancing like, let me not say like Toki, Tolo. Let him understand why they want him there. Let him understand. Let him not be deceived. It's like, oh, welcome to France. Welcome to France. Oh, the president of Nigeria. I heard Asha was rented. We had Asha, the one who sang "There is Fire on the Mountain." They said she's based in France. And, she also sang while Buhari went there. She told Buhari fire was on the mountain. Now, she sang for Tinubu, Ojoro to me, Ojoro to me. Is that what it should be? They are also playing tribalism in music. When we are talking about telling people the truth. You see, I don't understand the role of music these days. I prefer the reggae artists. Many of them, they use music to pass message. Now, this girl too, I expected her to also tell Tinubu or sing a song that is even more stronger than There's Fire on the Mountain, because the situation of Nigeria presently is more than fire in the mountain. The fire is everywhere. So I expected her to be, but they are tribalistic in their song. You know them now. Make I not mention their name. Meanwhile, let's critically look at Tinubu's visit to France.
I'm a testimony. I don't chop, I don't testimony. I don't testimony. I'm a testimony. I don't chop, I don't testimony. I don't testimony. Je m'appelle Chop Money. If you think it's selling or anything, because I'm dedicate. So make you see me as evidence. But I got my confidence. It's blessing and endless.
Oyibo, if you don't understand this people. Now, the statement made by French President Emmanuel Macron about Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu is a mix of praise and political optimism, both for Tinubu's past leadership in Lagos and for his current effort to transform Nigeria. Now, here is a critical analysis of the visit. 1. Praise for Tinubu's leadership in Lagos. He was hailing Tinubu as if, if Tinubu could transform Lagos, allegedly, because we will still be watching. Now, Macron's statement emphasizes on Tinubu's transformative role as the governor of Lagos State. It wasn't just Tinubu. Tinubu did Lagos State and others came, just that others were his boys. And in a normal society, Lagos was expected to boom on its own. There's a population increase and other factors. But we always hear Tinubu change Lagos. He added more Agberos and they collected more money and, more revenue, and he was hailed. Can you imagine? Meanwhile, let's still look at it. While Tinubu's tenure in Lagos saw significant infrastructure development according to Emmanuel Macron and economic growth, it's worth noting that his leadership has also been marked by controversies, particularly regarding issues such as corruption, allegations, environmental concerns, and the handling of urban development. Macron's comments, therefore, overlook the complexities and challenges of Tinubu's governance style and achievements in Lagos, offering a somewhat idealized version of his accomplishments. Macron is not sincere to himself. We understand what is at play. Macron is trying to get something. All the French colonies, like I told you earlier, they are closing door against France. And France is coming to Anglophone. And one of the Anglophone that will quickly surrender to France is Nigeria. Because we don't have a leaders that have their own say. And that is what is about to happen. Deals will be struck. What France would have been getting from those countries, they would be getting it from us. Remember, no country is an island. But then, we are being shortchanged by the West, and we must get out of that. We have been colonized, and the left, they're trying to neo-colonize us again. And some people are being, they are puppets. But some African countries, Francophone Africa, the Sahel region, are saying no. And just yesterday, Chad joined them to say no. And we expect Nigeria to be saying no, but no. Tinubu himself went to meet them. Who knows whether to borrow? Remember what you are when you borrow. You are a slave to the lender. IMF called Traore, the president of Burkina Faso, wanted to lend him money. He refused. Now, some of our leaders could even go to beg. Nigeria has the capacity to become the best country in this world. Nigeria has the capacity to become the best country in the world. But what's happening? Where are our natural resources? Where are the money gotten from crude that were sold? Where is it going? Look at our senators. They are feeding fat. Now, Macron's claim that Tinubu is on a mission to transform Nigeria, similar to how he transformed Lagos. Well, it's a hopeful statement. It's also a statement like being optimistic, but then it lacks nuance. The challenges faced by Nigeria are far more complex than those of Lagos in those days compared to this time. Nigeria is a nation with vast resources, but plagued by corruption, security issues, economic instability, and political fragmentation. The comparison between the state of Lagos and the entire country of Nigeria is oversimplified. Tinubu's ability to replicate Lagos' success on a national scale is not guaranteed, and there are many factors outside his control, such as global economic conditions, internal political dynamics, and entrenched corruption that could impede his plans. Remember, we are taking a critical look on Tinubu's visit to Macron. Macron's recognition of Nigeria as Africa's big brother and his praise of Nigerians' resilience and intellect is both positive and politically strategic. It's all politics. By highlighting influential figures like Wole Soyinka and Fela Kuti, Macron acknowledges Nigeria's cultural and intellectual contributions to the world. However, this does not entirely reflect the broader realities of the country, where millions still face poverty, unemployment, and lack of access to basic services. The portrayal of Nigeria as formidable is aspirational, but it should also include the ongoing struggles many Nigerians face in their day-to-day lives. Now, still on that critical look, French-Nigerian relations. Macron mentions of French investment in Nigeria and the focus on future economic opportunities, particularly in sectors like solid minerals, emerging technologies, and the film industry. It reflects France's interest in strengthening ties with Nigeria. While this is positive for both countries, it is important to critically examine the balance of this relationship. Historically, France's interest in Africa has been driven by both economic and political motives, and it remains to be seen whether these new partnerships will be mutually beneficial or if they will disproportionately benefit French companies and not Nigeria. Tinubu's remarks on Nigeria's future. Tinubu's remark about Nigeria's future are optimistic and reflective of a leader seeking to inspire change. However, like Macron's comment, they lack concrete details on how this reform will be implemented and the steps being taken to address the systematic issues facing Nigeria. The statement about bracing up for the future with commitment and optimism is idealistic but lacks a clear roadmap to address the deep-rooted challenges in the Nigerian economy and governance system. The reference to the courage of Nigeria's founding fathers is symbolic, but without clear reforms and a detailed plan, these words ring hollow. Balderdash. Baldarash, what do they call it? Balderdash. Rubbish. Now, still on taking a critical look at Tinubu's meeting with Macron in France, it is missing accountability and criticism. Both Macron and Tinubu's speeches lack any significant mention of the challenges and criticism of Tinubu's presidency. There is no acknowledgement of the current issues in Nigeria, such as the ongoing security crisis, Boko Haram, banditry, inflation, high unemployment rates, or the need for transparency and anti-corruption measures. A more balanced assessment would involve acknowledging these challenges while discussing plans to address them. Now, in rounding up, while the statement made by Macron and Tinubu reflects optimism and praise for the potential of Nigeria under Tinubu's leadership, the analysis remains surface level. The complexities of Nigeria's governance, economy, and political environment require a more detailed discussion of the hurdles and strategies to overcome them. Macron's words appear more geared towards strengthening the relationship between France and Nigeria, while Tinubu's statement leaned towards a rhetoric of hope and reform. To move beyond these tangible steps, and accountability in governance will be necessary to transform Nigeria's future. Like you already know, and I'll keep telling you, the Francophone countries in Africa are closing doors against France, and France is like switching to Anglophone. And in switching to Anglophone, they are targeting one of the biggest Anglophone country. Nigeria, shine your eye. Now here we go live up.